All right, this is part 4, Finding Adam's Birth Parents. And this is where the letter is with the bombshell. So what I'm going to do is, I did read through some of these last night. Stay. Again, I am Melissa. I was adopted by Doris Compton Anderson and Ralph Alfred Anderson. That was probably 1982. All right. Part 4. So like I said, we're just going to share some pictures just for more context. And then we'll read the letter. So I've got so many old pictures. This is Grandpa Lubert. And this says Empire Photo View Company, Kansas City, Missouri, 523 Delaware Street, room number 7. And this is Grandpa Lubert. Super cool. I need my other stand. Hold on. I need my other stand. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we've got Grandpa Lubert there. Very cool old photos. Just amazing to look at. All right, more photos. Okay, so this is my adopted dad, his mother-in-law, my adopted mom, and her dad. So Ralph Anderson, Martha Compton, Doris Lorraine Compton Anderson, and Charles Compton, Kansas City, Missouri. So there's a picture of my adopted mom. I'll scoot closer here. That's one of the pictures I love of her. That was probably in the 40s, around 44-ish, maybe after World War II. Yeah, not sure. That was her college graduation, or high school. Yeah, this had to have been high school. So this had to have been Chillicothe or Kansas City, Missouri. And there she is. Doris Lorraine Compton Anderson. Okay, this picture is, and it gets confusing because in the letters they're talking about like Los Angeles, and I thought that they were just in Chillicothe, Kansas City, Charles and Maddie, but this picture looks like it's LA. And if you look at the back, it says Charles A. Compton, grandson of Richard Compton, and Mrs. Maddie Compton. Does that say grandson? What does that say? Charles A. Compton. Yeah, grandson of Richard Compton and Mrs. Martha Compton. Okay. And then in the hat, okay, in the hat, Richard Dick Frank is in the hat. So that's Richard right there. Grandson of GEO, which is probably George H. Frank and Mrs. Cora Frank. So, yeah. There's lots of talk about Cora in the letters, and one of the ones I read last night was like that Maddie did not want to give her a picture of Adam. Just very confusing. So I mean, it almost sounded like Cora was the grandmother of Adam or something like that. I just really don't know. I don't know yet. All right, so that's Martha Compton, Charles Compton, Frank, Richard Frank. Yes, Richard Frank. So I'm not sure who the lady is, but oh, that's Mrs. Cora Frank. That's her right there. So, holy cow. Yeah. So we're going to move on. I hope this doesn't take me a year to figure all of this out. January 15th, 1963 at the George Riley's. There it is. George is a Riley. Okay, George is a Riley. I hope somebody's writing all this down for me because I'm not writing it down yet. But I will. So 63, that is when Adam was born. He was born August 11th of 63. So this woman, okay, I'm not going to speculate yet. Okay, so let's do the letter and then I'll show you another picture. So this is page 3, but I'll go backwards once I read this page. I knew they, oh boy. I knew they something out there on a 3-week vacation. Probably says were. It was so very nice of Louis' mother to remember. Adam seems like he's been in the family always. I knew Alvina and Bill would. They thought it was so good of you to take him to raise. Okay, so that was the bombshell right there. And I only found this out about 9 months ago when I first opened these letters. So whoever Alvina and Bill is, yeah, there you go. And I do have, now I'll pause right here and I'll show you some pictures. What I should do first is, hold on. I'm trying to go in order so you'll understand. So actually, I went to the funeral book where you write in, it's called In Memoriam, and this is for Maddie Compton. She died December 24th, Christmas Eve of 64. So what I went to her book, Martha Sophia Compton. Yeah, I went to the book. Let me just pick up the phone here. Martha Sophia Compton, okay, in memory of, born March 5th, 1888, Tobias, Nebraska, entered into rest December 27th. Oh, but she actually died on the 24th. Kansas City, Missouri, age 77. So I started flipping through this book, looking for, well, who's Alvina and Bill? So, services held at Melody Mo Gilly Edgar Home and Forest Hill Cemetery. Dr. Harry Allen Lutheran, Forest Hill Cemetery. So that was the funeral, was December 27th. Really hard time to be having a funeral. So if you look at the names, Mr. and Mrs. Paul Torrey, there's the George Rileys right there. Oh, that was these people that I just showed you in the picture, I think. Okay. Martha and John